A famine has been officially declared in Gaza. Today, Goodall discusses the Gaza starvation crisis with Fleur Hassan. Let's take a look.
Why doesn't your government allow journalists in?
That's a great question. I'm not a war strategist, but what I would say is that I think that the war, the way that we prosecute the war, would be very different if we knew that there were journalists there being taken by Hamas as human shields. It would change everything. And that's the reason.
It's the first conflict in the history of the world where journalists haven't been allowed in.
I'm sure that that's not the case.
No, it is the case.
Everything. You know, I just heard somebody else just said to me that somebody in this fake body that's just done this report said.
What do you mean it's a fake body? It's a UN body. What are you talking about?
No, well, the UN are employing.
Isn't it weird, Ms. Hassan? Isn't it weird?
Well,
why are all these? No, let me just put a different question to you.
I can tell you this. Somebody just quoted from that report saying that this has been the only famine in the Middle East. Well, these people obviously don't get out much because right now in Yemen there's a huge famine with people actually dying of starvation, and the same in Sudan.
Ms. Hassan, why is it that all of these people, the UN, Save the Children, the Norwegian Refugee Council, Christian Aid, humanitarian organisation after humanitarian organisation, international, what have they all got in for Israel? Why would they all be lying about you?
Because they're all getting their numbers from the same source.
Right. So they're all wrong and your government is right.
No, it's not that they're all wrong. It's that the source for their numbers are coming from the Hamas propaganda.
Well, Save the Children, which is operating in Gaza, has got clinics in Gaza, have found that in the first 2 weeks of August, 61% of pregnant women and new mothers screened at their clinics have been found to be malnourished. Are they wrong?
I'm not saying there's no food insecurity in the middle of a war. There's a war going on, a war we didn't start, let me remind you.
But a war that your government continues to prosecute against the wishes of many of its own people.
It would be all over if the 50 hostages came home. Why isn't the pressure being put on the
Are you saying that this is the only way that your government could conduct this war, bringing Gaza City to the brink of famine?
Gaza City is not on the brink of famine. There's been, like I told you, there's been 20 brinks in the last 2 years, and you're all basically
this isn't brink. This isn't brink. They're saying it's there now.
Well, we're all parroting the propaganda of a terrorist group. Yes, you can snigger all you want, because after the reports come out and after they are discredited,
but these humanitarian organizations are there now.
Actually goes bad. The humanitarian organizations, for example, UNRWA, that employs Hamas terrorists. When Sinwar, one of his tunnels was found, they found an UNRWA card next to all of his effects. Let's be honest here. UNRWA employs terrorists. Seven of the butchers of October 7th.
You think it's okay that 61% of pregnant women are malnourished in Gaza?
I think
you don't think your government has any moral responsibility towards those women?
Unfortunately, you know, we left Gaza in 2005 and we left it in the hands of Hamas in order to rule their own people, to create this Palestinian state they say they wanted, and they turned it into a terrorist base. They attacked us from 2008 with rockets into our sovereign territory.
And now 60% of pregnant women are malnourished.
You don't know that number.
I do know that number. Save the Children has confirmed it. They've got clinics in Gaza. I'm going to believe them over you.
All right. Save the Children get their numbers from Hamas.
Right.
Save the Children, why nobody is distributing the food that actually is.
It's just weird that everyone's got it in for Israel. Everyone else is wrong. Everyone else is wrong.
But you really don't want to hear, because you also have an agenda. And so because you have an agenda, you use the sources that actually confirm your agenda. And if you want to do
you don't have an agenda, of course. Okay.
You don't need to be a war strategist to allow journalists in, as Fleur Hassan suggested. Journalists have been allowed in every war in the last century, including the First and Second Balkan Wars, First and Second World War, Vietnam War, Gulf War, US War on Iraq and Afghanistan, Russia and Ukraine. So why is this any different? The only ones lying here are Israel. Famine has been officially declared in Gaza. Over 80% of it has been destroyed already, and almost or over 100,000 people have been killed. Anyway guys, support me by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace out.